I've been trying to document this journey that my family's going through from Nassau to South Africa, and it's a pretty interesting journey we've been taking because it's been 6 months now that we've been back and forth, kind of living two lives, split lives, really. Still engaged very much here with the community in Nassau. As you saw my post yesterday, still emotionally engaged, with things that are happening and having to, still be here and be present, but also engaged with things that are happening in South Africa and our preparations, and spending a lot of time on Skype and digital connections over there. And it reminded me of just the reality that we split our lives, that, feeling split between here and South Africa has reminded me of the splits within ourselves, and the fact that we split up our lives sometimes into different compartments, that we have this ability as human beings to compartmentalize so easily. We can create compartments for our emotional lives, and we can store away all of this emotional garbage, this emotional hurt, and we can kind of package it away, and then maybe it'll take years before it comes out. Maybe it'll never come out, or maybe it'll just creep out in little bursts of anger or fits of vengeance. But we also create other boxes. We create boxes of our financial lives and our social lives, and we keep those two boxes apart because you wouldn't go up to somebody at a dinner party and show them your bank account statement. That just wouldn't fly too well. It's quite revealing. It's about like taking your pants off. And we have this ability to divide up our different sections of our life and think about our family life, our business life, our social life, our play time, our leisure time, and the world helps us carve up that time, and create these neat little boxes. And I'm just wondering if that's really the way we're meant to live. I've been reflecting lately on whether there is a deep center within ourselves, that we're meant to find this place of deep centeredness that goes out through these different dimensions of our lives, because they're real. I mean, finances are real, emotions are real, all of these social lives, business lives, and family lives are all real. But rather than keeping them in boxes, that they're actually all integrated into one whole self that comes from a stable place within, instead of divided up, to protect ourselves from some sort of collapse or hurt. We have this place within that's whole and stable, and instead of dividing it up and finding ways and techniques to prepare every area of division, we find ways of stabilizing that inner self. And then that inner self flows through each of these areas of life in a way that is natural and balanced and whole. And so I'm just wondering if there's not more of an integrated self than this divided self, and if there's a way that I'm trying to learn to live rather than in two worlds here in South Africa. If I can live in both worlds at once as an integrated person rather than a divided person. And so I'm really trying to find that place within, and I'm just wondering, I throw out the question to you, I'm just wondering, how are you finding it? I mean, in your own life, if you found that place within, and if you've got any tips that you can share, I'd love to hear it. Do you find that you divide up your life, and do you find that there's other ways of doing it? Do you find that there's a stable place within that you can come out into the world, no matter what dimension of life it is, whether it's your social, your financial, or your physical, I just finished dinner, and be whole, be the same person, not a scattered person, and not have to hold back, and not have to be fractured. Because I believe that's what happens with this divided self. It becomes a deep fracture within ourselves, and I believe it can sometimes destroy us. And so that's my question that I'm throwing out to you. What have you found in your own journeys? What have you discovered? What do you feel about, is there an integrated self within? Or are we meant, just as human beings to learn to live in these compartmentalized boxes that, almost like cubicles within our souls that the world puts us in? What do you think?